you didn't get that on video.
I know you said you said pause,
That's
and
all
I was like, oh,
right.
right
No,
when
you're
that
fine.
happened, I was
You're
like,
fine.
okay, something just happened. Awesome. Okay, what are your thoughts about having the course in Banner Elk?
As opposed to where?
Say in a more metropolitan area.
Okay. I'm selfish. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
This was in my backyard, so it's 2 hours from me. So from a regional standpoint, I loved it because it cut out all my travel time.
Mm-hmm.
2 hours up here. So from that standpoint, now from a standpoint of people who are in the United States, it gets you away from that metropolitan area where you don't have the distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you held it in a Charlotte, in a Nashville, in a Houston, in a Fort Lauderdale, now all of a sudden you're injecting into that process by design or by default, ever how you want to look at it. You're now injecting into there all the commotion, all the hubbub, all the all the stuff that's going on around you, where you can't sit here and concentrate on this. So from that aspect, it's good where you can get apart and kind of in a slow down pace. Let's go over this stuff because there's a lot to digest.
Yeah.
So it gives you the opportunity. I don't have to try to find a quiet place. It is a quiet place here. So from that aspect, this is the perfect location to do that. From the aspect of this is where Paradigm Labs is headquartered. Why not do it here? Why would I want to make it a travel and road show? I don't think that you guys could do the hands-on part as effective if you did a travel and road show in some metropolitan area, unless you partnered with an Enviroguard certified contractor in that area who said, hey, here's our warehouse, here's a facility, you can use this for everything you need, but then the logistics on your end just ratchet straight up. So from a logistical standpoint, you're here, your headquarters, your home, you guys have everything here. It just makes sense. I mean, it just makes sense to have it in Banner Elk.
On the point of you being in, again, close spot.
Sure, it benefits me.
It does benefit you, but you're also far enough away from your city that I was hearing this over and over again with other guys, that when you're in the town that you, like, say if we did a road show, we went to your town, there's distractions when you do that because you always feel like you're going to be picking up the phone and having to deal with everything that's right there.
If it was in my town, I would feel obligated to go check on this job site, to run by here, to pick this up. I'll sneak in a little bit of work at night. I mean, yeah. So I mean, get up here and it's perfect.
It's only, like, I don't want to say it's only here. I don't know if you walked out of the room at some points to take a phone call, but it was still...
We all did. We
Yeah.
all had businesses to run.
Yeah, and that was completely fine.
I can't-
It wasn't intimidating to walk out of the room whatsoever.
I can't go off the grid. I can't go off the grid, and I don't know any business owner
who
could say, I'm going incommunicado for a week. I mean, I'm sure there's some, and I'm sure there's times and places you can do that. But for most of us, hey, we're going away for a week of training. You can still reach me by phone. You can still reach me by email. I can do a little bit of business, but I don't have to be on site. I don't have to hold your hand. I can take care of that and get right back into the class. No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
One more question moving on to the next question. This is something that I've been thinking about. Like, again, a week span is a good amount of time to see if some of your technicians are keeping up with everything back at your place. Basically, what I'm asking is, like, is that kind of like a, I don't want to say a test, but okay, let's see how well the business does with me doing a thing like this. Does that make sense?
Help me understand that question.
So, you came out here for the week. You're the owner of the business.
Right.
But the business has been getting along pretty well with you being here,
Right.
even though you're not always on site.
Right.
Now, for some business owners, they're always on site and they feel again, I don't want to be putting words in business owners' mouth, but taking a week-long trip to come out here is intimidating for them because they don't have anyone that they feel is responsible enough to leave
Right.
back at their business. So what I'm asking is, do you think that's maybe on a person-by-person basis, that can be beneficial for those type of individuals who are like, okay, let's see what happens if I take a week off, but I can also easily manage, like walk out of the room, take a phone call.
You mean, could this be a test case to put our employees in charge and give them a little bit of leeway to do things on their own? And the answer there obviously is yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Did you think the length of the course was appropriate?
I did. You guys basically had Monday as a travel day. Started in Monday evening with a optional get together. Perfect. Guys who are flying in, it's gonna take them a day. I mean, so the only issues you may have with that is if somebody's coming from the West Coast. Because if they're flying West Coast, the closest major metropolitan airport is Charlotte, 2 hours from here. So I doubt anybody's going to fly into Tri-Cities. I doubt anybody's going to fly into Asheville. So you got to think they're flying a full day. So you may have some issues down the road. I don't know flight schedules. They may have to leave Sunday night, catch the red eye out here. I don't know. But as far as guys who are east of the Mississippi and even in the Midwest coming this direction, it's perfect. You got Monday for a full travel day. Class starts Tuesday morning, finish up midday on Friday, and let you guys get back out. No, it's perfect time frame. Didn't feel rushed. It was great.
Good. If we have a course in the future that would benefit you, that's Enviroguard, would you attend it?
Absolutely. As long as, I think I heard one of my fellow brethren echo it earlier, I don't want the same course, okay? However, it may be good to brush us up on everything. While I wouldn't want all the information, it would probably be good to take this week and reduce it to an hour. Hey, here's the thumbnail, because let's be honest, every single one of us that were sitting in that room this week are going to do different things when we go back home. I may focus on odor mitigation. One of the other guys may focus on the vapor barrier. One of the other guys may focus on the AT4 or the AT4.
Atmox.
So you got guys who are going to be focusing on different aspects. So it may be good when we come back together for a new course is, hey, remember that course you first sat through? Here's a review in an hour of what we did, and it may trigger that, I forgot about that. That, I forgot about that right there. So while I wouldn't want to hear it all again, let's do a little, 1 hour review of what we talked about in week one. Absolutely, I would come out again. One thing I would say is our hands-on. I know we had to travel to your hands-on facility, which is a little ways away from here. We did have some good hands-on experience and stuff with that, and I know that we were offered to do a lot of stuff. That may need to be ramped up just a little bit.
Okay, something that I heard was making sure that everyone's doing. I think it was Eric who was like, I want you to tell me to get on my hands and knees and go under that crawl space so it feels more active.
Right, and I would agree with him on that. It is I'm here voluntarily. You're not making me here, so there is that fine line. However, if you are offering a certification course, which you are, you need to make sure everybody gets their hands dirty.
That everyone learns those skills.
That's exactly right. Because worst case scenario, you've now graduated 32 people.
Yes.
Something like that. There may be a guy in that 32 who on the hands-on portion, they never sprayed foam. They never put any of this material on. They never did anything. They hold the same certification that I do. I put my hands on everything because that's just the way I
It's
am.
lowering a standard if we don't have everyone.
That's
do
exactly
everything.
right. That's exactly right. So I would encourage you guys to, just like Eric said, do that. But in order to do that, you're going to have to ramp up your hands-on side of it, because you can't, for example, mixing ClO2. Everybody needs to mix some ClO2. I don't want to watch Mark mix it. I can watch a video for that.
I want to do it.
Okay, I want to have Mark or someone else standing up front saying, "All right, everybody, rip open the A part, put it in your bucket. Rip open the B part, put it in your bucket." Now, what is that going to require? That means on the ClO2 side, I'm going to have to be bringing my PPE, my full face, my respirator, and I get that. And that's where you guys can say, hey, if you're going to be certified and you're going to come to this course, you're going to need to bring these things with you. Okay, I go to certification courses all the time on the fire side. I'm a qualified instructor with the state of North Carolina. We look at people and say, if you're going to come to this class, here's what you have to bring with you, because we're going to be doing these kind of things that's going to require full PPE or turnout gear and SCBA. If you don't bring it, guess what? You can't get the benefits of the class. So I like the idea what Eric said is have everybody do the hands-on, but in order to do that,
everyone needs to be prepared.
You guys are going to have to ramp up that hands-on side, but we've got to be prepared with the PPE as well. So
it's good that you, again, addressing the hands-on portion, which, again, that's good. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah. What I can see is every class, the little bitty wall that you had built, the wooden wall.
Yes.
Okay. I can see one 20 or 30 feet long.
That everyone steps up to and is doing it.
I have my 2 or 3 bays. I'm spraying my foam right there. I'm putting on my sealant right here.
Oh, so doing okay, that's a good one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That way everybody has their own work area to do all of their stuff in. That way everybody gets that. Again, that's going to take a lot more work on y'all's side. I get it. But you're also saying, I'm certified. Have I done everything? I did. Just 'cause that's the way I am. But there were guys in here who didn't pick up anything. So, and then again, on some of it, like the ClO2, we just weren't given the opportunity. And it's not hard. I mean, the ClO2 is not hard.
But still, doing it is there's a big distinction between doing it and watching someone do it.
That's right. And if you start looking and seeing the results of studies, reading about it, writing it down, seeing somebody do it, now actually doing it on my own, the retention rate goes way up when I'm putting my hands on it and doing it.
So basically, the doing it asks everything. We in the classroom we walked you through the steps. We got here.
That's right.
That's
right. That's exactly right.
Okay.
That's what I would recommend.
And then, would you recommend this course to another certified?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely, I would.
Awesome.
As long as they're not in my backyard.
Yep. All right.
All right. Good deal.